Three ways that the middle class is getting squeezed when it comes down to retirement. Middle class people pay 12.4% for Social Security tax. Half is paid by the employee and the other half is paid by the employer. In reality though, the employee pays 100% of the tax because the employer merely reduces the employee's salary to pay the tax, but that's besides the point. The problem is the federal government has been lying to people for decades. Politicians have said, hey, you pay the tax and at some point you're going to retire and you're going to get your money back and plus maybe a little bit more. At one point the president wanted to even allow you to divert a portion of your Social Security tax into your own personal retirement account owned by you and which can be invested in the stock market and be worth millions. However, now we see what our politicians have done with our money. It's just down the toilet, it's gone. But before we get to the money stolen from Social Security Trust Fund, please smash the like button, because unlike Social Security, the like button really is legitimate, and I can't print it like the government can when it comes down to federal dollars. Every year, the Social Security trustees, they create a report, and they're required to be very honest in this report. They're openly saying that unless Congress magically comes up with some solution, Social Security benefits will be cut by around 21% in 2033. Isn't that insane? 21% drop. Are your expenses dropping 21%? Probably not. Don't believe me? I'm reading right now from the actual Social Security report. The OASI Trust Fund reserves are projected to become depleted in 2033, at which point in time income would be sufficient to pay 79% of OASI scheduled benefits. Wow. They're really saying, look, we're screwed. So how do the trustees think we should solve the problem? They think you should be taxed even more and receive less benefits. No joke. That's the government for you. Pay us more and we'll give you less. That's really honestly what they said. So why would there be a shortfall in Social Security benefits? Politicians did not save or invest any of the money you paid into Social Security. I'm being totally honest. They didn't save one dime of it. You paid into the program. They paid it immediately into other people's Social Security benefits and other bondoogles that they partake in. Instead, what happened is they stole the money. Sam Bankman went to prison for using his customers' money for his own use. But do you think politicians are going to be going to prison? No, I don't think so. And sadly, you're now paying the price. After basically the government stole the money and they're asking you to bail them out with either paying a higher tax or by being willing to take less benefits in the future. According to this, now here's number two in terms of how middle class people are being screwed for retirement. According to the survey of consumer finances, almost half of American households had no savings in retirement accounts. Are you kidding me? No, I'm serious. This is a sad problem. This is super troubling. 63% of Americans aged 50 to 54 years old have absolutely no retirement savings at all. That's terrible. That's sad. There really is no excuse for this, and I want to be here to help. I don't want to see people in a tough situation not working on their retirement. Sometimes I see comments here on YouTube from people saying that they have lost hope or they think the system is rigged. Well, we all need to take a little bit of individual responsibility. It takes a few minutes. Set up your Roth IRA. Grow your investments tax-free. I know it's easier said than done, but you really can do it in just a few minutes. You don't have to wait for your employer to set up a program. You can actually do this on your own. I'm giving you the confidence to do this. It really is a simple process. It just merely requires you to do this right now. In fact, you could pause this video and get right to it. Alright, unpaused. So security is probably not going to be there for you to bail you out when it comes down to retirement. So create that Roth IRA to start focusing on it immediately, because there really is no other way. Now, In terms of the third way that middle class people are screwed when it comes down to retirement, the rising cost of healthcare is causing huge problems. Healthcare expenses are often the most substantial and unpredictable costs that retirees face, and they can erode savings quickly. According to Fidelity's annual retiree healthcare cost estimate, the average couple retiring at age 65 in 2023 can expect to spend $315,000 on healthcare and medical expenses throughout retirement. That's terrible. That's an insane amount of money. This figure does not include long-term care, which can significantly add to the costs. A lot of people, they assume that Medicare will pay for all of their healthcare expenses when they retire. This actually really is not the case. There are premiums, deductibles, co-payments, and costs per service not covered by Medicare, such as dental, vision, and hearing care. Additionally, long-term care, which includes services like nursing home care and assisted living, that's not covered by Medicare. Some people think that it is, but it isn't. Middle-class retirees who often have too much income to qualify for Medicaid, but not enough to comfortably cover these expenses out of pocket, find themselves particularly vulnerable. They're forced to dip into their retirement savings or rely on family members for financial support. The high cost of healthcare can undermine financial stability and force difficult decisions, such as delaying retirement or cutting back on other essential expenditures to cover medical bills. This combination of inadequate Social Security, insufficient personal savings, and skyrocketing healthcare paints a grim picture for middle-class security. On a personal level, individuals need to prioritize savings for retirement and consider setting aside funds specifically for healthcare costs. Consider opening up an HSA savings account. This is such an easy thing to do. You get to actually get a great benefit from this. It's almost like a triple benefit because you get a deduction for putting money into a health savings account. It grows tax-free, and you get to withdraw tax-free. I mean, especially if it's only if it's used for healthcare expenses. I will make an entire video just about health savings accounts later on. On a systematic level, policymakers need to work on reform to make Social Security sustainable, incentivize retirement savings, and address the cost of healthcare, which I think I've talked about it in a prior video. In conclusion, the middle class is being squeezed for multiple directions during retirement. Social Security is about to be cut 21%, and that's less than a decade from now. The widespread lack of personal retirement savings, and the ever-increasing cost of healthcare, it's all causing a huge collapse in terms of people being able to retire. While there are steps individuals can take to mitigate some of these challenges, broader policy changes are also necessary to create more secure retirement savings for middle-class people. It is crucial for individuals and policymakers to recognize and address these issues to ensure that retirement does not become a period of financial hardship for people in the middle class. Now, of course, there are at least two things that I said in this video that you could do to address this. Let's focus on that individual retirement account. You don't need your employer's permission. You got this. You can do it. I actually have a lot of confidence in you because you're smart. You're watching this video. I have the greatest trust and confidence in people watching this. And also, create an HSA savings account. A lot of people don't even know about this, but if you have a high deductible insurance plan, and most people do nowadays, you can put a portion into your HSA. You'll be ready and set to go for healthcare expenses. Over time, if you act like the wealthy, you're going to do a lot better. So many people who are in the middle class, they think, oh, the system is rigged, things are against me, and they just don't even bother just saving for retirement. They just think it's not worth it. But let me tell you, if you put money away, that's what grows over time, these investments. The truth is, everybody's been talking about how income doesn't grow over time and how they're being set back. Well, that's just how it is. We can't really change that, but what we can change is your individual initiative. Anyway, I hope you do like this video. Click the like button, subscribe, and leave an interesting comment below. I do respond to as many comments as possible. So, talk to you in the next video, and see you later.